Okay, so tonight we are going to be doing the prizes a little bit different because we did not have like an ongoing contest or competition going on in our Better Starts Here Facebook group. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be asking some trivia questions, and you guys are going to be putting in the chat your answer. And the first person that puts the correct answer in the comment section, we will get the prize. So sometimes when I've done this on TikTok in a live, what I see on my end of the screen may be different than what you see on your end of the screen. So it's just going to be the first person that I see on my end of the screen with the correct answer, we will get the prize. So hopefully that makes sense. I've had some arguments and issues with this in the past. So Carrie says, generally Zoom is consistent. That is good to know. So we are going to go ahead and get started here. We've got lots to cover in April, lots of fun activities going on, and some training tonight, which I'm excited about. But I just love this meeting. One thing that you may not know about me is I spent a lot of years just kind of hibernating, avoiding society, avoiding people. And one thing that I love about Pruvit is the community. And yes, Heather, love this community. And that's exactly what I wanted to say. This meeting is not just a meeting for me. It's an opportunity for me to be around you guys. And you guys mean a lot to me. I love each and every one of you. I don't know you all, but just looking on here, seeing your smiling face means a lot to me. You guys brighten my day. You guys are my people. And I learn from your talents, your abilities, your smiles, your sense of humor. And I just love this community. It's everything to me. And I appreciate you showing up, coming to the meeting, being who you are and being present. And we're going to kick off tonight with our first giveaway. So here is the question. The first person to comment the correct answer is going to win a Ketones Arizona Shaker Cup. Is Nick on? Do you have the prize in hand?
Yeah, it was here somewhere. Where did it go? Wait, it's right there. Hang on. These are very coveted, and literally I've had people ask me for last year, do you have any more of these? I uncovered a couple of these in my closet. You guys have probably seen that. It was from our mastermind last year, and I literally have one left. So what's the question, Amber?
The very last one. Okay, anyone can win. Let's see what the question is. Get your fingers ready to type in the answer. We ready? All right. What new product did Brian Underwood feature on his Instagram page this morning? Oh my gosh, there's 100 correct answers. This is way too easy. It was the new keto, the keto kick. All right, someone's gonna have to help me know. Thank you, Carrie. You are amazing. Sally got it before I even finished the question. Sally wins the Shaker Cup, the Arizona Shaker Cup. Congratulations, Sally. All right, we're going to start off with a few recognitions, and I'm going to turn the time over to Nick.
Awesome. What's happening, everybody? Thank you, Amber. That was fun. This is going to be a fun night. This is my favorite call of the month. I love connecting with everybody and just coming together. We do this once a month. And since we started doing this back in October, it's just been a really powerful way to kind of check in, celebrate the past month, the successes that were had, and then also look forward to what's to come, as well as talk about kind of the things that you have as part of this community to plug into, to utilize as tools to grow your business, to grow your community. And at the same time, we're going to have some fun. So for those of you that I haven't gotten to meet yet, I know we have tons of new people in our inside of our community. In fact, if you were new in the month of March, if you were a new promoter in the month of March, type I was new, or type new in the chat so we can see who you guys are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We had probably the most number of new promoters join us last month, and we've had probably in the last year is the best month as far as new promoters go. Super exciting stuff going on right now. All right, welcome everybody who is new. Super exciting. So this is your first monthly kickoff call. I live out in Minnesota. I've been doing this now for 6.5 years, if I haven't gotten to meet you yet. I have two little daughters, Callie and Juliana, who are generally amazing, unless they're fighting like they just were before I came down here. It was an amazing night until it was time to go to bed. And then one hit the other in the face with their head, and it all went downhill from there. But it's all good. For those of you who have kids, you're like, yeah, I get it. I get it. So I've been sharing this now for 6.5 years. I used to be a full-time airline pilot. And prior to ketones, I was tired, didn't have a lot of energy, was watching my 2-year-old from my napping position on the floor. Now I have energy and I have a smile on my face regardless of what's going on. So tonight we're going to go through just a little bit of recognition, because I know a lot of you worked really hard to hit certain milestones last month. And I want to talk through a little bit of that. So one of the things that we get to run for each month is something called multiplier. And multiplier is kind of synonymous, if you're brand new, with what's called MVP, where you're going after 1,600 in team volume, 4 new customers, 2,000 in 1,600 in new volume, 2,000 in team volume, and 4 new customers. So we have a bunch of people that just hit that, and I want to celebrate you guys because it is something that we all strive for every month, and it's kind of a nice little benchmark. So I want to put a slide up on here and read some names. There we go. So huge shout out to Stephanie Mann, Lindsay, Jennifer, David and Candy, Shay, Ashley, Brittany, Kelly Smith, Amber Horn, Stephanie Pennington, Ashley Riddle, Alexandra, Dusty, Justin and Melissa Butler, Victor and Sarah, Jennifer, Amy, Rob, Jennifer Garcias, Enick, Aaron O'Neill, Kimberly, Jody, Amy Dove, Taryn Carroll, Melissa James, Ashley Driggers, Dawn Allen, Riss and Ange, Jody and Britton, Ashley, Natalie Walsh, Kayla Buswell, Nikita Joy, Aisha Bedell, and Lori Hart. Congratulations to all of you guys for going after it. That's one of those things that you have the opportunity to hit each month. Hit it 3 months in a row. Instead of getting 250 in that month, you actually get $1,000 in bonuses. And one of the neat things is we're going to talk about a little promotion team-wide that we're going to run this month to just kind of benchmark the way there. Because sometimes it's like, oh, 1,600, I don't know if I can do that. Maybe you did 300 last month, or maybe you did 500. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that. Another promotion I want to talk about, which I don't have a slide for because the report wasn't pooling inside of the cloud, is Pacesetter. And right now, Pacesetter is something that is available for us all. And it's neat because it's completely different than MVP multiplier in that it's not volume related. It's more people related, meaning you're going to help 3 new customers get started with a smart chip, and you're going to help 2 new promoters get started and have a minimum kind of volume amount from those 2 promoters. So I want to show a flyer that's on that explains it real quick, just because I want to bring some attention and awareness to it. And you've probably seen this, it's in your pulse, but these are the requirements. And like I said, 3 new customers, 2 new promoters. You can read the requirements there, but if you do that, you get an extra $500. And what I love about this is it's like, you do the math on it, Pruvit is paying out a lot of money just to give you incentive to go share this conversation with more people. They're spending a lot of money on that promo. So I want as many of us to go get that as possible. So if you hit Pacesetter last month, drop it in the chat that you hit it so we can celebrate you. And here's the cool thing. You all can hit it this month. If you didn't hit it last month, guess what? It's only the 4th of April right now. We have 26 days left. And I'm telling you, with the new Dollar Keto Club options where people get started with a bundle pack and with the promotions that are going on, and right now the appetite for better energy, better focus, better fat loss, better sleep, there's tons and tons of opportunity to hit this. Look at all of you that hit it. Super huge shout out. Congratulations. Another thing that's neat with this is it's part of the incentive to earn the trip to Cancun. If you're brand new right now, there is a incentive trip coming up. It is to Cancun, Mexico. Hopefully here in the next week or so, they'll be announcing the dates. And I know a lot of you, I've seen your names on the leaderboards. And one of the milestones is that you need to set the pace 2 out of the 3 months. So if you didn't hit it last month, that's okay. We still got 2 months to go. Just hit it this month and keep moving forward. If you hit it already, awesome. We just need one more check mark. And you're essentially qualified to go on the trip. So congrats, everyone. The next thing that we run for every month and we talk about each month is rank ups. And rank ups are just part of the business. We have a ranking system. We have ranks 1 through rank 10. It was funny. I had some friends over, or neighbors over this past weekend, and two of them work for corporate Target, like the Target downtown, not the Target that you're like down place, but Minnesota's Target headquarters. And one of them was just talking about his job. He's applying for a new position. I'm like, oh, he said something about a level. I'm like, what level are you? He's like, do you even know what that means? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, I'm a level 6, Nick. I'm like, oh, that's cool. We have levels in my business too. We have level 1 through level 10. So part of this is like, all right, you start at a rank 1 and you have the ability to rank through the ranking system to rank 10. Here's the cool thing. There's no, like, for him to go to rank 7 in his company, people have to die. People have to die. They have to retire. They have to leave. The good news here is if you want to get to rank 6, we're going to recognize some rank 6 people. You're going to hear their stories. You're going to get to meet some champs today, which is exciting. But that no one has to die for you to get there. You actually just need to go do it. So if you think of corporate Target, I asked him, I said, so what's your goal? Like, where do you want to be? He's like, well, I mean, if everything is like 100% aligned, maybe I'll end up as some sort of vice president. There's lots of them. I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's like, but generally I'll probably just end up as a director or something. I'm like, okay. So there's never the ability, because that's how Target looks. But if you flip Pruvit, we're upside down one. We look like this. Everybody starts at rank 1 down here. We all have the ability to progress through our ranking system. And I share that because as you're on here, if you're brand new and you're like, oh man, I don't know if I could ever do that. Well, everybody that is a rank 6 started at a rank 1. Everyone that's a rank 7 started at a rank 1. Everyone that's a rank 8 started at a rank 1. We all start at the same spot, right? And we all do the same things. Now, everybody's journey is going to be a little bit different. Okay. Some of you go a little bit faster and some of us go a little bit slower. There's no right or wrong. I was in this style of business for years before I hit one of the higher ranks. Okay. So as we kind of talk through rank ups and see that, I just want you to, instead of putting it on a lens of judging yourself based upon somebody else's success, I want you to celebrate their success. And at the same time, say, wow, if they can do it, I bet you I can figure this out and do it too. So if you hit a new star level or a new rank last month, drop it in the chat. I would love to hear. Kayla Parks hit rank 4. Congratulations. Who else? Anybody else hit a new? Amy Dove hit rank 7. We're going to hear from her in a minute. Rank 4, 1-star. Congratulations. Rank 2, 1-star. Awesome. Keep typing them in. Rank 2, Mitzi. Congratulations. That's awesome. Anyone else? Please share. All right. So rank 4, 3-star. Congrats, Natalie Walsh. That's awesome. So one of the things in our ranking system, we have what's called Circle of Champions, and that's when you hit rank 6 and above. And then we have what's called Pro Champ. Circle of Champion is 30,000 in group volume, and rank 7 or Pro Champ is 100,000 or more in group volume. So there's a little bit of a bump there. Once you hit rank 6, you're invited to a company call that we have every week for Circle of Champions. We have different kind of private events for Circle of Champions. It's just a little bit more of a leadership level. You've established that you're growing this business, established that you understand the mechanics and you're helping a lot of people and building a community. Kind of the next jump from that is what we call Pro Champ. And that's just, you've really established this business, and that's a true full-time income. And it's kind of a milestone and a special accomplishment. So Amy Dove is somebody that just hit this past month. Amy, I'd love for you to come off mute, say hi, and maybe share a little bit of your story. And I might ask you some questions if you don't share what I want you to share.
Hey guys, I'm so glad everyone's here. I love to see all the new people. Man, a lot of new names. My name is Amy. I'm here in Tennessee, big town of Pinson, Tennessee, between Nashville and Memphis. I have had a great time in my journey with Pruvit and just my health journey in general. I've always been a yo-yo dieter my entire life. I started drinking ketones back in August of 2018 with a reboot kit, and was completely blown away that I could go 60 hours with no food and feel amazing. And I am used to be closet food addict. Now I'm vocal about it, and my entire life has changed through the progress of learning how to eat better, and these ketones completely changing the control and my mood and every habit I have in my life. So I have really had a great time. It started slow and COVID hit. So I started my page. I have a page, and I started that page in pretty much December of 19. I thought I did pretty good. I was making like $100 a month. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And COVID hit. My other business had to come first because I take care of my family in a family business. And then I just got right back up. I told Nick I'm going to do as much as I can, and that's all I can do. And he's always encouraged me. So 2021 came, and I don't even know how to explain it. It just grew, and I absolutely love it. So yes, I'm proud to be a part of this Pro Champ Circle of Champions.
That's awesome. So Amy, tell me, what was your first goal in the business?
Ooh, well, my first goal was to get my mom signed up, and my second customer so I could drink them free. That was my goal.
Awesome.
But I felt like I already had 2 people in my back pocket. So that's when I told my husband, I'm like, look, I'm not going without them. I'm going to be drinking them for free. So why not make a couple of $100 a month to pay my house sitter and, my housekeeper. and that was my first goal.
Awesome. And then I remember we had a conversation back in 2019, and you're like, hey, my goal now is just to remodel my kitchen. I'm saving all my Pruvit money.
Sorry.
Did that happen?
Yes, I remodeled my kitchen. It's amazing. I love it. I feel like I live in a magazine when I walk in there. I absolutely loved it. I worked hard for it, and I absolutely love my kitchen. So that was my goal in 2019, and it come to fruition.
Awesome. So one of the cool things about Amy's story is it wasn't an overnight success. She's had a lot of success over the last 6 months, and people are like, oh my gosh, how would I ever do what Amy did? Well, the reality is Amy started and she became consistent at something, and she did it over and over and over again. And literally for 3 years, she never stopped, but it wasn't like a rocket ship. I remember I just looked back at some of your numbers, Amy, and a year ago, you were at like 5,000 in volume. So if you're at 5,000 in volume right now and you want, to create change, well, guess what? A year prior to that, she was at 5,000 in volume. And a year prior to that, she was at 5 or 10. Her business fluctuated between getting started, hitting rank 4, and then dropping back to 5,000. Hopefully it's okay that I share this, Amy, but too late if it's not. And then it went down. Like I remember thinking a year ago, I wonder if she's going to keep doing this. I wonder if she's going to keep showing up. And I never doubted, because I knew she was just busy with life, which is how we get, right? But about April of last year, I remember seeing her hit multiplier, and she hadn't hit it in a year. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And next thing you know, here we are 12 months later, and it's turned into something pretty incredible. So thank you, Amy, for being an amazing part of our community. Thank you for all the lives that you're impacting, and everybody give Amy some love in the chat. This is just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
Thank you.
So what's amazing and fun about these stories, guys, is we're built as a community. Right? You don't have to go and sign up and be Nick Martinez to do this. Amy didn't try to be me. She sounds way different than me, and it's way more fun to watch. But you just have to decide to be you. You just have to step into who you are. Right? And as you do that, you just have to be on your journey and love the process, love the journey. And as you do that, guess what? It doesn't matter if it takes you 3 years like Amy to get to rank 7, if it takes you a year, if it takes you 5 years, or if it takes you 10. We're all here together. So I'm going to turn it back over to Amber, and congratulations, guys, for all of the milestones and success that has had last month. It was an incredible month, and the momentum is building. I know April is going to be even better.
Thank you, Nick, and congratulations, everybody. Congratulations, Amy. I love your accent, by the way. I love it when you talk. I love listening to you. But holy smokes, you are crushing the leaderboard. And I'm like, go Amy, every time I look over there. So you are at the very top. And that's so exciting that I know you. I feel like I'm like fangirling or something, but super exciting. But let's give away another prize. I am going to give away, well, Nick's going to give away some Pruvit Utensils. You got some Pruvit Utensils, Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I think they're utensils. Look at that. Fork and knife for your purse.
Awesome. Little picnic.
Oh, and a straw. Look at that. I mean, that's worth it all right there. I think that's really cool.
Okay, so here is what you need to type. I'm worried you guys are going to bombard me before I even get it out. But Carrie's going to help me. I secretly texted him what the answer is so he can watch for it. So get those fingers ready. This one is a little bit easier. It's not trivia, but you have to pick a number between 1 and 50. Go. Oh, I saw it. I saw the number, so stop. Did you see it, Carrie? Let me open up the chat here. All right, this is my favorite number. And I see it once. I just want to scroll up and make sure that's the first time I saw it.
I think Sarah Green.
Okay, so the number is 34. And my screen says that it is Sassy Shay. Carrie, can you confirm that?
Congratulations.
All right. Yeah, Shay. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to move on here. Coach Becca, if you want to come off mute, she's going to talk to us and share some stories with us from our champs.
Oh, hey, hi, hello, how are you? I love seeing everyone's smiling faces. Amber, you're amazing. I love the fun games that you come up with. Holy smokes, you are creative and it's so much fun. This is my favorite call of the month as well. I feel like we all just get to come on here and hang out and celebrate each other and get to be 1% better together. If you don't know me, I am Coach Becca, plugging in from cold New Hampshire. I'm like in that little state that's all the way up almost near Canada. So send us some warm sunshine. It's coming. They say that it's coming soon. I believe it. I've seen it before here. So I am receiving that. I have a 14-year-old son and I am married to an amazing man. I used all Pruvit money to pay for my wedding, which was incredible. I started drinking and sharing ketones in November of 2018. I said yes to this opportunity before I even had a product story. And so this community has completely rocked my world. It's allowed me to travel monthly. It's given me an opportunity to create a full-time income so that I could get off of welfare and food stamps. I could put heating fuel in my house, which I used to struggle doing every single year. And it has allowed me to reach and achieve what we call Champ 6 here. And so I'm super, super excited tonight. We're going to talk about something that some people might argue is the single most important skill to develop in building this business. And if you can master this, then you'll be able to attract people into your business, both to use our products that are life-changing, but also into the community. And so before we do that, we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight by doing something that we've never done before, and you're going to get a chance to meet some of the champs. So Nick talked a little bit about our ranking system. So if you are new to this conversation, Champ 6 is a rank that you can achieve here. Anyone can achieve it. I once thought that it was like way out of reach for me, and I saw somebody else do it and I was like, hey, if she can do it, I can too. So hopefully you get that vibe here. It means that you've reached like a leadership level, right? It's a rank where Pruvit actually pays for a vehicle for you. They pay up to $800 a month for a luxury vehicle. I just recently picked up my new Lexus. It's amazing. I drive around just for fun in it. It also means that you are participating and plugging in and showing up and playing full out. So a lot of our champs in this community support the calls that you guys get to plug into throughout the month and you get to use to build your business. So we want to take some time for you to get to know some of the champs. and get to hear their story. And so I'm going to have our first champ, Christina Martinez Williams, come off mute and share her story.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. I'm Christina Martinez Williams. I live in Fort Washington, Maryland, and I am married, have a 6 and 7-year-old. And before Pruvit, I was a coach of teachers, and I was uncomfortable mentally and physically in my body. I was hiding from myself in the mirror, didn't look in the mirror. I stopped looking in the mirror. People were asking me if I was pregnant when I was 6 months postpartum. And I also was hiding from other people in clothes too big for myself, and in a place in which I would put in photos, I put my girls in front of me. So since drinking ketones, I've lost 34 pounds of fat, 10 to 12 pant sizes. I look at myself in the mirror, I'm comfortable and I'm confident. I like to wear clothes that are tighter because I like the muscles that I've gained. And now people are asking me if I am working out all the time, doing CrossFit or running when I'm not. And I don't get asked the same questions anymore. So it's really exciting. But what's even more exciting is that my focus is no longer on the scale. And now I get to focus on the energy and the focus that I get throughout the day. And especially when my girls are usually asleep at this time, I get to maximize my evenings and be the best person that I am versus just the best mom. I get to be all of it. I get to be myself and everything else. And Pruvit has really helped me to step into that more and more, advocate for myself, and to be able to not live just paycheck to paycheck, and to stop dreaming was what I was doing and for the future, but now to really make my dreams a reality. I just came back from a month in Playa del Carmen, living and learning in Mexico with my girls, with my family, and doing this from there, because that's what we get to do and get to inspire and help people become the best versions of themselves. And I'm excited to continue to do that and grow this continue growing this globally, and making this a place and a space where everyone is welcome, as well as where we get to step into being ourselves at the same time of helping other people do that same thing, because they feel better, we get to be better, everyone's better. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share. Back to you, Coach Becca.
I love that. I think I'm going to put that on my vision board. A month in Playa del Carmen. Carmen? I don't know. That sounds like I need to go there, though. I love it. Thank you, Christina. Awesome. We have champ number 2. We have Nurse Sal. Are you on the line, Nurse Sal?
What's up, homies? Hey, everybody. How are you? I am Sally. I am from the Bay Area in California, right outside the Bay Area. I have been drinking and sharing this ketone conversation for 22 months now. Before finding ketones, I was a brand new mom of 2 babies, 13 months and 28 days apart. I did the ketogenic diet. I lost some fat. It was very restrictive. And then all of a sudden COVID hit and in the hospitals, and here comes that fat back. Somebody introduced drinking ketones to me, and I laughed at them and I said, there's no way this is possible. You're crazy. I'm the science girl. That's not real. So I had to eat my words, not the carbs. I ate my words and tried ketones for 30 days and saw a huge transformation. But before that, I was tired. I was over 300 pounds. I was not losing weight with breastfeeding my children. I was tired. I was working 50 some hours a week in the hospitals, and it was rough. Since finding ketones, I have shed 70 pounds of fat again. The weight that I had lost during the keto diet, gained a lot of that back, and then found ketones and lost it without focusing 100% on very, very restrictive eating. Was able to allow myself to eat a carrot if I wanted to. So that was amazing. Since finding ketones, the fat loss is gone. I've got another 30-pound fat loss that I am aiming for, doing well with that. My energy is up all the time. I tell people every day, if I never lost a pound of fat again, I'm absolutely okay with it, because the energy and the clarity that I have every single day to keep up with my now almost 4 and almost 5-year-old is something that I will never trade for anything else again. It has allowed me to be home more with those sweet little babies instead of working 50 hours a week in the hospital, which I am so forever grateful for. This community, this product, this once in a lifetime product, the only one on the market in the whole world with our 9 patents that I can confidently and scientifically say is the most amazing thing I've ever put my hands on and ever put into my mouth. So I am so happy to be a part of this community. I love, love, love it. And it is so nice to meet you all. Thanks for having me share.
Amazing. What a powerful story. I love that so much. And I'm so grateful for you that you get to be home with those babies when they need you the most. I know there's lots of tummy bugs and things going around, so I'm glad you get to be home with them. All right, last share we have. Listen, I had to prep myself for this because I was going to call you Aunt Mel. We got Melissa James coming on the line to share her story.
Oh, goodness. I mean, Aunt Mel is fine. That's how you guys are all going to hear my name from here on out with your entire journey with Pruvit. Thanks to Miss Jamie Hill, that has started and it just went wild, and that's fine. So for those of you who don't know me, I am actually Melissa James, not Aunt Mel, but y'all just call me Aunt Mel forever and ever. I am a professional dog trainer in South Jersey. I have been drinking and sharing ketones for 23 months now. And before I started drinking ketones, I worked 12 to 14 hours a day, literally dragging my feet, training dogs. It is my company. I was exhausted. I was just flat out depressed constantly and always looking for all the carbs. I planned my day around clients that I was driving to what restaurants and fast food places were around. Luckily, this didn't come into my life. It was shown repeatedly over and over and over again into my life. And I finally decided to start drinking it instead of ignoring it. And it's probably been one of the smartest moves that I have ever made. And thanks to this amazing community, I have shed 55 pounds of fat and I got my energy back. I get to come home and be lit up and not be tired and cranky all the time. The biggest thing for me with this community is that I got to stop working 7 days a week for my own company and go down to 2 days a week. The community is nothing like I have ever seen. It is something I never knew that I needed or wanted, but having this opportunity has literally changed everything in my life, in my husband's life, in my friends' lives. And I see tacos running across the screen. Y'all, I hope you saw Ashley Riddle's post the other day. And one of these days, y'all will find out why. But I have to hit legend first. And that will be a big day and a big story. And you're all going to regret it. But it's going to be epic, I promise you. The biggest thing I can say is just being consistent and showing up every day. I get to help people change their lives. And I love that we do 1% better every day. Right? Like we don't need to be 25% better every day. We don't need to go 180% over. Just be 1, because 1% better than yesterday is better than 0. And it's just small steps that really honestly lead to the biggest changes. And I am so excited and so proud to be here and able to share this with all of my friends. And I'm able to go relax and enjoy and hang out with my friends now instead of working 7 days a week. So it has definitely changed everything. And I am super, super proud to be here. Becca, I would like to just go drive aimlessly with you in my car next to you, and we'll just go to Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, here we come, but we are not training dogs along the way. It's fine. So you guys, show them some love in the chat. Those are 3 of your champs here in this community who are achieving at high levels and showing up, playing full out, being mindful, as well as if you were listening, I don't know if any of you caught it, but they just shared the skill, the single most important skill that if you master, you can build this business. They shared their story, right? And so I'm going to give you some tips on how to create your own story, because the only difference between those champs who just shared and you is that they shared their story more times with more people. So we want to be able to dial in your story, because we share our story so that other people can relate to it. dial in that story in 30 to 60 to 90 seconds. I call it an elevator pitch because if you're in an elevator and you're going up 3 floors and you have a bunch of people in there, you want to be able to share your story with them and tell them how impactful this product and this opportunity is for you before they all get out of the elevator, right? So your elevator story, 30, 60, 90-second story. The tips here are, if you listen to their story, they all shared before ketones or prior to ketones, right? And they shared about how they felt. They shared about what their mood was like. They shared about what their energy was like. They shared about, how they were eating, their eating habits. Okay. And then they shared since drinking ketones or since joining this community, what their life is like now, how it has shifted, the benefits that they are seeing, right? We stay away from medical claims or medical, anything to do with medical, unless you're Nurse Sal. No, I'm just kidding. So, okay, but talk about how your feelings shifted. Talk about how your cravings are curbed so you no longer reach for those snacks or drive around looking for Taco Bell, right? How you felt, how the benefits that you're experiencing, okay? And then what you're most excited about, right? You heard people share. Aunt Mel's most excited about hitting legend and I don't know, tacos, okay? She's most excited to do that. And she shared that with you. Where are you going with this product and with this community? Okay, so the 3 main ways to craft your story, to share your story, is to really dial it in, what it was like prior to drinking ketones or prior to this community, what it's been like since you started drinking ketones and then or joining this community, and then what you're most excited about looking forward into the future. And if you can dial that in and you can master sharing your story, if you go out and share your story with at least one person every single day, you're going to see the needle move forward in your business. And so I want to encourage you to go ahead and fill out or write down those 3 things and send it to your enroller, send it to your sponsor, and have them help you craft that story and practice saying it within 30, 60, or 90 seconds. So it's dialed in really tight and you can share it with as many people in the grocery store line or in the elevator or wherever you are. So super, super excited to hear all of your stories. And I am signing out for the night. Thank you guys so much. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Becca, and for everyone who shared. I know stories can be super powerful. And I was following somebody who was sharing their story, and they were talking from the heart, talking about their addiction to Monster Ultra drinks and how they're no longer addicted. And that's what spoke to me. And they would have never known that. You don't know who's listening. You don't know who's watching. You don't know who struggles with the same things that you struggle with. So I think the most important thing is just to be real, be authentic, and share from your heart, and you'll touch somebody else's heart as you share. So let's do another giveaway.
Hey, before we do that, Amber.
Oh, yeah.
We had a special guest just popped on, and
cool.
He's a master of telling stories and sharing stories, and I'll let him introduce himself to you guys. But he happens to be part of our support team and one of the few legends in the company, and was around there in the beginning. So, Michael, what's happening? Where are you at? Good to see you on.
Que pasa, cabrón? Hey, Carrie just said Ruffy. He calls me Ruffy, apparently. What's up, Carrie? Nick just texted me and Mitch and said community-wide Zoom, 130, or he sent a picture, and there's 130 people on. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm in South Beach, Miami. In case there's noise, I apologize. It's a Monday. This place, there's like graffiti everywhere. There are yachts everywhere. This is the weirdest place I've ever been. I live in Vegas. I don't know anything crazier than Vegas, except apparently South Beach. But I've been on for like 7 minutes. I was listening to some of you share. You guys are fired up. My God. And I think the ability to share your story is so powerful. I didn't hear everybody. I'll share one thing. Kerry said his dad calls me Ruffy because he can't pronounce Rutherford. Hey, I'll take it. My friends, and well, not friends, but one kid in high school called me Michael Ruff. That's what he used to call me. But one thing I'll share is be bold to share your business story. Many of us have an easy time sharing our product story. I remember one time we were in Houston, we went around the horn and said, hey, share your product story in a couple sentences. No one could do it because they talked for minutes and minutes and minutes. And then we said, share your business story. And it was kind of crickets. And it became real apparent that people were more comfortable talking about the product than they were talking about the business. But then I said, keep your hand up if you're here because of the product. No one raised their hand. I thought it was interesting. So as you guys get developing your stories, recognize the need or the why it's valuable to share the product and the business story. You may have just covered that, so forgive me if you did. But just recognize very few of you, I would say 0 of you, would be on a Zoom at 9:42 Eastern time if it were about losing 5 pounds or sleeping better. You're on here for opportunity. You're on here for traveling the world with your family. You're on here for putting your kids in private school. You're on here for, I don't know, whatever it is. Does that make sense? Nick's not on here because he likes, I don't know what that was. Nick's not on here because of exogenous ketones. He's on here because he likes taking his wife and his kids to Sedona every 30, 60, 90 days. Wife and kids every 30 days. Him and his wife without the kids every 30 days. Costa Rica every 30, 60, 90 days. Whoop, time to go to Iceland without the kids. All right, we got the kids. Let's go skiing. That's what Nick likes, okay? Because that's time with his family, really quality dream making time with his family. Does he like ketones? Sure he does. He's the keto dad. But guess what? As you guys perfect your stories, have the boldness to talk about not just the product, but also the business conversation too. So
Michael,
again,
what would you say to somebody that's maybe new or maybe doesn't think they have a business story yet, or maybe hasn't achieved that level of success? Because I'm sure some people are thinking that. Well,
I'm glad you added. First thought is most of us feel like, well, once I lose 50 pounds, then I'll tell people about the product. Well, the truth, yesterday, I was in San Diego yesterday. We had a little huddle up for breakfast, and a guy who's in the Navy had his first sample of ketones, and he goes, well, if I like it, I'll tell people. And I said, no worries, you're going to like it in about 40 minutes. He thought next month. He thought May. So here's how I'm going to answer your question. Don't wait for 6 years until you're a rank 6 before you quote unquote have a business story. Don't wait until some time. Once I've made 6 figures, then I'll tell people about the business. You guys, if you're getting free ketones, that's a business story. That's a sharing story. That's an entrepreneurship story. If you got any compensation of any kind, celebrate it. You don't have to have lost 50 pounds to tell anybody that they should drink a sample. If you drank it once and had energy, as a product, it's valuable. If you lost a pound, amazing. If you lost 5, unbelievable. If you didn't yell at your kids today when they got home from school, fantastic. Same is true for the business. If you had a chance to build new relationships with cool people, that's a business story. That's a community story. So sometimes we put on a pedestal, well, I'm not a rank 11 yet. I haven't made $30 million, so I must not be successful. You guys, if you've got a free box of ketones, you're successful at our business. If you've helped 2 people feel any better at all, you're successful at our business. If you've met some good people, been to any event, connected with folks, been on a Zoom, you feel like you're a part of a community, you guys, that's valuable. Most of the world today is not surrounded by tons of friends and family, ultra successful, great credit, big income, and tons of savings. Most people are sucking wind right now. So you don't have to have lost 100 pounds to help your friend who wants to lose 100 pounds. I've never had seizures, so I don't have a seizure problem, but we have plenty of people who are feeling better drinking ketones. I'm choosing my words carefully, Nicholas. You don't have to have hit rank 6 yet. You're on pace to hit rank 6. Dude, 2022 is going to be huge this year. We're crushing it. Nobody's asking you for your 1099 for the month of March. Were you winning? Do you feel like you're in the right direction? Do you feel like you're headed up? Man, share that stuff. Put it this way. I was living in an apartment the size of my kitchen right now when I signed up. But guess what? You know who joined when I was broke? Nick did. You know who else did? Mitch did. You know who else did? The Milkies. Do you know who else did? Dustin. It wasn't about where I was or where you guys are at right now. You see Nick today. Nick didn't look like this 5 years ago. Go scroll his Facebook, bro. He just looked like some guy. Now dude, you and your wife in Maui look like fitness models. Your wife's abs are ripped. They look like accountants 5 years ago. Nice people, but they just look like regular people. Not no more. Does that make sense? You guys, I'm just telling you, I texted Nick, I'll be 30 seconds, I promise. But then you gave me a topic that I got excited about. People will join you more now before you're there than once you're there. Just trust me. I signed more people up when I was fat and broke than now I'm a little less fat and not as broke. I just promise you. If you've ever believed anything I've ever said, if you think when you're rich and skinny, everybody's going to sign up, they're not necessarily. Doesn't mean you can't sign them up anymore. It just means when you're on the come up, everyone can relate. Once you're there, most of you think you can't relate to me anymore. Don't you think that about Nick? Parts of his life, for sure you do. He doesn't know what the hell you're living through because he doesn't care what gas prices are. He didn't care what's going on in most places. I just mean, it's not that he's not sensitive to it. It just doesn't matter to his life because he's elevated himself to a different level. So Nick, to answer that question again, if you're new, share where you're going. How about that? Here's the short answer. Share where you're going. You think I told Dustin Schaefer where I was when we met? No, he would have never signed up. I told him where I was going. That's it. Do you think the guy that called Nick told Nick where he was at? No, the dude was 75 pounds heavier than Nick was. It wasn't Mitch. It was the guy that joined after Mitch before Nick who quit. And now Nick blew up. And now the guy's, you get what I mean. He didn't join because of where the guy was at. He joined because of where the guy told him he was going to go. Does that make sense? Have the guts to tell people where you're going to go and invite them into the community, and other people will validate, man, she might just get there. She might just be going there. Does that make sense? And just have fun, you guys. I honestly, I swear to God, I would not have said any of that had Nick not given me that topic. I would have said, I love you guys. I don't know what story you're developing, but have faith and belief that it'll actually work, and you're halfway there. I know not all the people, but all the people who spoke, I know them, and I know where they were at when they signed up. I knew what they weighed. I knew what they made. I knew where they lived. I knew what they drove. I knew where their kids went to school, and none of them have a life that even looks remotely like it used to. It's better. Doesn't mean you have to have what they have. It's just better. So I'm a huge support of that. Congrats for holding this Zoom. This is unreal, dude. You guys are such a stud. I love you guys. I wish I could share everything I'm talking to Brian about. We are at dinner right now in Miami. We spent the entire day together. We're flying to Orlando tomorrow in case you have anybody in Orlando. I wish I could share everything. He's done this for 25 years. We've been in Pruvit for 7. And he goes, bro, the stuff that we're doing like behind the scenes right now as a company makes what we've done for 7 years look small potatoes. Because I think we can do more in the next 12 months than we've done in the last 7 years. I'm dead serious. I flew here last night. Flew to Dallas at midnight, got here at 2 p.m. I fly tomorrow to Orlando with him and then back to Vegas tomorrow night. I'm not even here 24 hours. But I wanted to get FaceTime with him. I wanted to get connected with him. I wanted to get in front of him. I wanted to get energy from him. And I'm like, why is he in Miami? Well, he's ultra successful. So he's in an environment that's pushing his boundaries, that's causing him to think bigger. He's in an environment that's creating, vision for him. And it hit me like a ton of bricks as soon as we came in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know exactly why he's here. There's just an energy to here. So when you get around the community, I know you guys have events coming up. I know, Nick, you're doing a lab tour and the team's doing a lab tour. You're crazy if you're not going to that. So I'm going to shut my mouth. I love y'all. See you guys soon.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks for being on. Back to you, Amber.
Wow, he's got me fired up. Now I want to know what's going on in Miami. Maybe some of you know, I don't know. But I love what he said. Share where you are going, have the guts to share, and then have somebody else validate, have other people validate. That was super powerful. And Michael's the best storyteller. He pulls analogies out of nowhere, like on the spot. It blows me away every time. But let's do another prize. Let's do a ketones bag. You got a ketones bag, Nick? We're going to give away. There we go. Love it. I need one of those. Okay, so here's the question. This is a trivia question, all right? This one's probably gonna go pretty quick because I think a lot of people are gonna know the answer to this one. So it's probably gonna be a race of the fingers. All right, so actually don't type until I say go, all right? I'll say go and then type. So that way I can finish the question. How do you get access to unlock the seasonal product vault? Go. We got it? I see a ton of them. Who was first? Let me see. Oh, we got a VI semicolon. I don't think that was it. Sorry, Christina. You were too fast. You hit the wrong key. Okay, Jody Scheibe, VIP. Yes. So if you are a VIP, then you have access to unlock the seasonal product vault. Way to go, Jody. Okay, so we are going to talk a little bit about the calendar and discuss some of the events that are coming up in the month of April. And we are going to have Jamie Hill cover those things.
Hello, everybody. So nice to see y'all. Happy April. So yes, we're going to talk about the calls and why they're so much fun, but I think you already get the gist of that, right? We just had Michael Rutherford come on. I have sweaty armpits because I'm so excited. So I am super excited to talk through the calendar. I know we're going to pull it up here in a second, right? It's coming. Yes. Awesome. So we're going to talk about why they all exist and how you can plug into any of the things, all of the things. Are you going to blow that up? Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So if you guys can take a picture of this on your phone or head to Better Starts here, you will absolutely see this here. But this is going to be awesome because we have a couple different guest calls this month. We have corporate and then our team wide. So if you don't have the opportunity to plug somebody into one call, guess what? You have the opportunity to plug them into another one. It makes really great for conversations with people when they give you the big old, no, I can't make it. You have something to follow up with, which is awesome. So let's start with our Monday morning calls. Not skipping over our corporate guest call on the 3rd, but let's start with Monday. So Manifest Mastery. If you have been on Manifest Mastery with Mitch, drop an MM in the chat. And if it's done something for you, drop what it's done for you in the chat. Basically, it's a 30-minute, we kind of get a lesson from Dr. Mitch, and then we go into a guided meditation that's really powerful. It's changed Nikki's life. It has Pam more grounded, and it's an amazing reset for Brittany. So you guys can see what it has done for people in the chat. If you're looking for something a little bit for you, that's all for you. It's not ketone related specifically, but if you find yourself coming up on resistances or blocks, this is a really great thing to get into. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. You can plug in there. And then on Fridays, there's an open forum where you get to share, and it's really powerful. The next one is the Huddle Call. It's 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. What you just experienced with Rutherford is the energy you experience on the Huddle Call. And sometimes you get Rutherford, sometimes Mitch, sometimes Nick, sometimes a lot of people on our community leg underneath of Rutherford. And you're always getting like fire, high directive. You're always fired up after it. You feel like if you ever have the time of the month where you feel a little bit of a slump and maybe your belief is a little bit down, get onto the Monday morning Huddle Calls, and they will absolutely have you right back into action, knowing what to do and feeling confident in where you're headed. And then of course, tonight we have our monthly kickoff call, which I believe we call the block party. So next up is Wednesdays. You can see that they have the corporate guest call at 8:30 p.m. or it just says guest call. Again, that's where you can plug people into any of those, because guys, if you work, the guest call is the best and simplest tool to plug people in. Invite to the call, get people to go, and let people in this community work that for you. You will literally have people talk about the product, share their stories, people enroll after that. And it's really magical to have. If you're busy, this is the best way to do it. Plug them in, let Pruvit do the work for you. We're going to talk about Lab Tour a little bit later. Also, I want to talk about the promoter calls. We have a specific promoter call that looks like that is on. Nick, can you drop the date there real quick? There's a oh, there we go. Corporate new promoter coaching. Looks like it is on the 11th, 8:15. Again, take a picture of this or go into Better Starts here and see that as well. Okay, we also have our dinner party coming up this month. If you guys missed our dinner party, that is on the 12th, 9 p.m. Eastern. We did it 2 months ago, and we're doing it this month. It's going to be a little bit different. We're going to have breakout rooms, which is going to be awesome. It's going to be pretty intimate. You're going to have people that are sharing their stories and hanging out. So it's a great place for you to get to know people, see how fun this community is, and get some new stories under your belt, which, as we've learned from this call, are super powerful. And then, of course, we have our Ascensionuity that Christina Martinez Williams is going to come on and talk about. We did it back in February, but Christina, would love for you to come on and share a little bit about what that's about.
Hey, sure. So this is an opportunity for us in our community to connect and reflect and share and use photos as a medium of doing that. So it's a great opportunity to just take some time for yourself. Sometimes we're running so much back and forth in every single direction with our businesses as well as our families and every roles that we have, that we don't take time for ourselves. And sometimes we also talk so much about ketones and about our businesses that we don't also just get to connect as a community. So this is an opportunity for us to connect with one another, to take some time for yourself, and to see things from a different perspective potentially, because you're going to hear what other people see in the same thing that you're looking at. And they're neutral pictures of architecture, of nature, and it's a really fun time. It's very different from something you might have experienced before, and we use Zoom and use breakout rooms to do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So I promised to tell you guys about the lab tour. There is still room for that. If you're going to the lab tour, drop tour in the chat. It is April 6th through the 8th in Dallas, Texas. It's pronounced tour, by the way, or if you're Nick Martinez, it's the tour. But he's going to come on and talk about something really special that's happening in May. So Nick, take it away.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Jamie, for covering that calendar. It looks like there's a lot on there, but guys, if you really just look at what the calls are and why we have them, I think you'll realize that it's not all that much, right? We have a guest call at least once a week that you can invite to. If you're on it, awesome. If you can't make it, awesome, right? We have the Manifest Mastery 3 times a week. If you're on it, awesome. It's there as a resource for you. If you're not, awesome. The more that you can plug into, the better. But this is designed to support your personal growth and your business growth. So the more that you can plug into, the faster things can go, and use them for their intended purposes. So lab tour, like Jamie just mentioned, is coming up. We still do have a few spaces left. So if you want to go, message me or message the champ that you're working with, and we can coordinate getting you a ticket and make sure that your name gets added to the list that's that Pruvit has. And then coming up in the month of May, we haven't put out the specifics on this yet, but I wanted to put out a save the date. I know there's people on here that like to travel. I know there's people on here that like to collaborate and like to learn from other people. So we're having a mastermind experience May 12th through the 16th in the Smoky Mountains. It's going to be absolutely epic. If you're able to come, the airport to fly into is going to be Knoxville. We'll be putting out details later this week. I just wanted you to put that on your calendar. We've been doing masterminds throughout the country and just kind of in regional areas, and always with an open invite. And if this is something that works for your schedule or is something you'd love to attend, come. You're going to get to hang out with some amazing people. You're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of learning, a lot of personal growth, and business skills, and just an experience that you'll never forget, and that will forever shift you and help you achieve and kind of go towards that that trajectory of better. So that's my 2 cents on the events. Jamie, thank you so much for covering all that, and back to you, Amber.
Thank you, Nick. Last year, I was able to go to the lab tour and I loved it. So I'm excited. There's a few extra spots. If you have a chance to go, grab one before they go quickly, because it can change your business. So loved it. Loved the science. Loved to talk to the people that formulate the ketones. That was a real eye opener for me. So let's give away another prize. We have a Lulu phone hiking bag. Ooh, that's super cute. I like that. Okay, so this one is not really trivia. This one is, you're going to guess something, and I will tell you in just a second what you're going to guess. And it's going to be, when I say go, you can type it in really quickly. So it's going to be a ranch dressing Aunt Mel tacos. It's a color. Go. Oh, saw it. Here it is. I wrote it down. It's turquoise. Okay. Let me see here. I saw it. Christina Martinez Williams.
Yay.
Congratulations, Christina.
I still spelled it wrong.
That's okay. We'll give it to you this time. Okay, so back to you, Nick.
Awesome. These are fun. I mean, we could just do prizes all night. That would be just as fun. Okay. Next, I want to shift gears a little bit and do a couple of business building tactics. I know we've been on it for an hour. It's been a powerful call. I don't even feel like it's been an hour. It's been just really, really captivating. So we're going to be off in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So hang out. We're going to be doing a $100 swag cash giveaway at the end here. So you don't want to miss that. You must be on the Zoom still to win it. And I also have an announcement to make about a fun challenge and how you can win some fun stuff and shaker bottles and different things that I'm going to talk about at the end. But before we get there, I want to talk about the simplicity of our business. I did the Prove It Progress training on Saturday and really talked about how this is a simple business. We have conversations, we validate those conversations, we help people get started. And at the end of the day, we're either not having enough conversations or we're not validating them and we're not asking them. So everything that I do on a daily basis is how do I fuel more new conversations of people that I can then validate with our guest calls, with our videos, with our tools, and then ask them again if they're ready to get started. That's the process. Like that's our business. So we have some tools that are designed to help you be more intentional and to be a little bit more structured. And two of these tools you've actually seen before. They've just gotten a little bit of a facelift. Kerry, who've heard his name a couple of times, is going to show you where you can find the new version of them. But I'm going to encourage you guys to use them, to go to Better Starts Here group. You're going to see it in a second here. Download, print them, have them in front of you, and start taking action with them. Before I go into any details on them, Kerry, you want to come off mute real quick, maybe share your screen and take us to Better Starts Here.
I would love to share my screen, except I'm not a host. So, but what's up, y'all? I'm Kerry from Las Vegas, and I'm just super honored and blessed to be here. I started drinking ketones in September 2017, and it's been the most wild ride ever. And we've got some really, really cool things coming out as far as community support goes and community tools. And let's see if, nope, still won't let me. But you can share your screen because they are uploaded on, they're the two most recent posts. We have these two really cool documents. Yeah, just refresh. They should be right there eventually. So hey gorgeous people, what's up? So first and foremost is this one right here is our daily method of opportunity. Nick's going to talk about some really cool things that are available inside of it, but basically this is a companion for you to just like, what are the things I need to tick off my list? What are the things that I can do today? So I'm just I don't want to say a narcissist when it comes to design. That's not the right term, but that's what came to mind. So we've just kind of played around with it. Start at the top, make your way down. And Amber, that was a belly laugh. And use it and apply it. Nick's gonna help ground you in it. But these are just some simple things for you to do for yourself. There's a quote on there that talks about putting on your oxygen mask first. Do your stuff for you first, and then go into the activities. And this is social media geared. So if you're a belly to belly type person, we'll have different resources for you. And the next thing is the Rhino Tracker. So we are going through a little bit of a rebrand just when it comes to aesthetics and different things, but this is on screen. It may look like a lot, just be present with it though. It's color coded, it's image coded, and there's lots of goodies in there. If you have questions, just comment on the post because somebody else will have that question too. And then you can, and then I will respond to it personally. Okay. But don't text me, just put it there. So that way we can do it all. So this is a great place. We've done in the past. We've had Rhino Tracker wins and contests and different things. So now it's got a little bit of a facelift and it's a little more streamlined. So in each box goes a name, goes a date, and the three little icons on there are a little play button for a video. And then if you look at the green and the orange, maybe you should give a prize away for this. Where do those also pop up? Where do we see those little icons also inside of our business? Anybody? I don't want to Bueller. Inside of our community tab. inside the community tab. So there's some congruency in what we use on a daily basis versus what we can go see. So just helping draw lines to connect all the resources that we have available. And then on the bottom part, play with it. We're test driving a potential promoter section that will bring you through the from someone that says, yeah, you know, I think I want to be a promoter. Cool. Write their name in that section. And then there's a smart ship, the green check marks for when they order. And then the onboarding process when they've been onboarded, and how to track their challenge or go challenge. The 3 things that we have them do when they launch their business. There's a visual for you there. This was something that came out of Becca's brain into my brain onto the paper. Nick's like, this is rad. Let's see how this works. And we want to collaborate with you on applying these tools for you to use in your daily business. So yeah, I think that's all I have to go. Thank you so much, Nick, for letting me, creating space for me to contribute, be myself, and let's go, y'all.
Love it. So here's what's awesome about these sheets is the business comes down to having new conversations consistently. So if you want to get ketones for free, if you want to, like Amy Dove in the beginning, hire a housekeeper because of your Pruvit business, and that extra $100 a month or $200 a month is paying for that. Guess what? What you have to do is have conversations. And a lot of times if I'm talking to somebody new and I say, well, who are you talking to? We have trouble remembering. We have trouble thinking about it. Oh, everybody said it's expensive. Well, who said it's expensive? Who did you actually speak with? So this was born out of like literally me having grids like this and names in them for years. Finally, we have one that actually looks pretty. Maddie has helped with that through the years, and Carrie just kind of updated it. And the bottom part is really special because you start with conversations, and then as you have people that might be interested in being a promoter, you say, hey, would you just be interested in doing what I'm doing? Would you be interested in sharing this with me? If they say yes, you can transfer their name down there, and now it's kind of a different follow-up process, or it's kind of you're heightened because, hey, they might be interested in joining me as a promoter. So it's a really, really cool tool. Go to the group, download both of these, print them out, and use them. They're not designed to be overwhelming or complicated. They're designed to simplify the activity that we're doing. And you'll see with the post-grow and engage sheet, like the activity is simple. We'll be putting out some more training and videos on that, but I'm telling you, super, super powerful. So that leads me to the last little piece I have here, and a conversation started a few months ago. Ashley Riddle, I don't know if she's on here still. She started with some of her promoters doing this like this Power of 5 club, and it was if you did 5 of these and 5 of these and hit 500 new volume, like you hit a milestone. And I kept remember thinking how powerful it is to have just a little bit more bite-sized chunks in order to keep building this business. So what we're going to do this month is have a 500 club, and it's really just around you and new volume. New volume is any volume that's from a new customer or a new promoter or somebody that a new customer referred in the last 30 days. So new volume is simple to get, right? But a lot of times we get to 200 or we get to 300, but there's really nothing to inspire or push or motivate us to go to the next level, right? To get just over that next little hump. So this month, what we're going to do is a little promotion where if you get 500 in new volume, all you got to do is fill out a survey that will be in the group saying I got the volume, and put your name and address in, and I will send you one of these really cool drink ketones coasters. And there's actually 2 of them. It's a set, and they look like this. And guess what? You can put them on your desk. You can put them at your house. If your friends are coming over here, use the coaster, please. Gosh darn it. You can have some fun with them. They're really neat. So if you get 500 in new volume, boom, you actually get a coaster, which is really fun. Now, I know there's some that are already like, well, 500 is easy. I've already got that, or I'm going to hit that. And I know there's others that are like, well, I'd love to run. And one of the things I get a lot is, Nick, how do I get one of these shaker bottles? I want a shaker. And Maddie V, who's part of our amazing support team, put together a graphic for us, a new graphic recently. You saw the ketones bottle that looked like this. Well, we have a new one. It says drink ketones on it. It's in a nice, just like it's clear, but it's a little gray tinted bottle. So this month, anybody in our community that gets 1,000 in new volume So 1,000 in new volume, which all of you are capable of doing. I promise you right now, if you decide that you want this, I might have to go buy more shaker bottles. We have a couple hundred of them, but this is what it looks like. It's super fun. The details will be in the Better Starts Here group. Essentially, once you hit it, it's on you to fill out your name and to fill out your address so that I don't have to go and collect that. But we will ship you one of these and it will be tons of fun. So we're going to do, if you guys like shaker bottles, we're going to do like a shaker bottle of the quarter club where we have little incentives to earn them. So they're easy to share the conversation, easy to start the conversation, and tons of fun. So I appreciate you all hanging out tonight. I know this has been a powerful call, and thank you so much everybody that's sharing, but I think we have one more giveaway to do, which is $100 in swag cash. Means you get to go shop in the Pruvit store, buy whatever you want, and we'll reimburse you up to $100. All you got to do is hit me. I'll give you an email address to hit with the details. But Amber, what you got for us?
Let's do this. Okay, so this is a trivia question, and it may be a little bit harder because it's a bigger prize. It's a two-part. You have to have both parts of the question in your answer on the same line. Okay, here it is. Let me find it. What is the date and location of Epic 2022? Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think somebody has it. Okay, so hold on. Okay, the correct answer is December 2 through 4, 2nd through the 4th in Dallas, Texas. So that's the answer I'm looking for. No. So Christine Gutterman is the first one to have the correct date and location. Is Christine around? I don't know Christine. Where is she? So Nick, how would Christine get that shake? Well, no, she's getting the swag cash. So do you want to explain to her how to redeem that?
Christine, connect with the champ that you're working with, and they can put you in a chat with me. I'll make sure you get taken care of.
All right. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you. Go out and crush April, and we will see you back in May. Have a good night.
Hi.
Bestie, it's you.
You guys are still on.
Besties. Oh, Lori, I love you so much.
I know, I love you too. Do you know what I just learned? That you can click and drag people to put on your front page. I didn't know that. Christina just showed me, and I've been trying to do it since I've been on. You just hold your mouse down over the person's name and you can move them to any square you want. So you can essentially move everybody wherever you want them. Whoever's giving you energy, just pop them in front. Isn't that cool?
It's my top 8 all over again.
It's so awesome. I love that.
Love y'all.
Okay.